Hey, welcome back, friends. This week I'm going to tell you all about
Fairies!
Last week, I shared my performance of I Know a Bank from Benjamin Britten's A Midsummer Night's Dream. If you haven't heard it yet, there it is. See it? Right there. Go look at it. Click on that now. Go watch it. We're going to talk about it. Right, so this opera is a countertenor classic. Written in 1960, Midsummer was the first opera to specifically feature a countertenor in the leading role. Now, obviously, we see male trebles in leading roles as far back as the 17th century, but they got to those sounds through different means. Hey. Anywho, the libretto is unique because Benjamin Britten and Peter Pears, his lifelong collaborator and, roommate.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Nah, just kidding, they were super gay. Hey look, I did a callback.
Fairies!
They adapted the libretto directly from Shakespeare's play of the same name, cutting down hundreds, nay, thousands of lines of iambic pentameter, and yet somehow still maintaining the same general plot. Speaking of plot, now is probably a good time to tell you what's going on in this aria. So, Oberon has been having a bit of a tiff with his wife, Titania, over the fate of a young Indian changeling boy. Oberon wants to keep the boy to himself because reasons. Don't ask. We don't talk about it. So Oberon gets super pissed and decides that he's gonna find this special flower so that he can drug her for long enough to distract her, steal the child, and humiliate her. So he does that. And like, there are some hijinks in the middle there, of course, but he absolutely 100% goes through with that plan. And somehow at the end, Titania is the one who ends up apologizing for not listening to her husband? Don't worry, we're gonna talk about that. But first, let's talk about the music. I love it when pianists do that. It's supposed to be a snare drum. So then you got all this spooky fairy music. Doo, doo, doo. That's a cello melody in the left hand of the piano right there. This is really the start of the aria. So it begins with all of these luscious chords and harp flourishes. It's all very mystical, very atmospheric. So when I'm singing these passages, I like to imagine that I'm creating all of these images I'm describing and conjuring all of these images of these flowers with my powerful fairy magics. It's fun, I talked to my one of my coaches about this, and all these flowers have really like medicinal qualities, with the exception of musk roses going down into the low register, obvious sexual connotation. I love singing this line. That's how I feel every time. So then all of a sudden the music takes a turn and it's got this sinister quality, and what he's doing is he's zeroing in on the image of Titania sleeping there. He's describing it, and you can tell that he's got something really nasty planned. And drop. So then all of a sudden, there's like this massive flourish, and with it you get this explosion of rage from Oberon. It's like he just needs to break from the plotting for long enough to let everyone know he's a misogynist, you know? Back to the sinister plotting music, but now there's this upper octave that's added in the strings. I like to think of it as a representation of like how excited he is and how just riled up he's getting up over this plan to drug his wife. There's the humiliation aspect of that. Whoops. And if you listen, you can keep hearing that theme in various registers. No, but the interesting thing here is that like Oberon is just chilling on this single note, right? This is a really important dramatic device for Britten. He uses it when he wants you to really zero in on what the character is saying. So here, he's giving Puck very specific directions on what to do with a part of the flower. Of course he's going to mess that up, but we're going to get some great hijinks out of that. Such a gorgeous piece of music. Okay, but can we please talk about how messed up this is? Thought you'd never ask. Unfortunately, these kinds of displays of toxic masculinity, rampant misogyny, and mistreatment of women are all over opera. And to be honest, sometimes I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I mean, obviously, I love this music, but sometimes I wonder if we're not condoning this kind of messaging when we produce operas like Così fan tutte, or Carmen, or even Midsummer. Wait, no, not that one. But the good news is that opera isn't dead. People still write this stuff. And for every problematic opera that's made the very limited canon of works that get produced again and again, there are dozens of new operas waiting in the wings to be discovered. And these works are powerful, and they have powerful implications for the world that we live in today. That's why I want to spend as much of my career singing new music as possible. I don't necessarily think that we need to cancel Britten, but we can definitely stand to add some new voices to the chorus. All right, that's all I've got for today. If you haven't already, that's my subscribe button. See it? Right down there, underneath the video. Anyway, if you'd also like to click the like button, say some nice things in the comments, Venmo me $6 million, that would also be great. Thanks again for watching, friends. Stay strong, stay magic, stay honest, stay you.